Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, February 27th, 2024. So glad you could join me this morning here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself by teaching you how to become a Forex currency day trader using our simple but highly predictive and accurate indicators. And the purpose of this session is to show you one of our trade strategies so that you can evaluate for yourself that, hey, gee, this does work, and hey, I think I can do that. So with that, let's jump right in and see. We need to listen to this guy first.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the things that differentiates us from other training programs is we make a long-term commitment to you. If you decide to go forward with our coaching program, we are working with you for a year. Not only are we working with you for a year, we're also letting you trade with our money and splitting what you make. So that should communicate to you that, hey, since they're letting me trade with their money, they must be pretty confident that I'm not going to screw it up, and that we are. Our indicators are very accurate. Our training is very good, and we give you the opportunity to check that out through these live trades, and then also we do a trading trial where you can use the tools yourself and see for yourself and make your own evaluation. But as part of that, we are, because we've got the long-term commitment, we are always working with you. I do 3 live trades a week, Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30 and Monday afternoon at 3:30. Every afternoon, I send out at a little after 4, I send out a trade setup for an overnight trade that I'm taking. And when you become a regular member, every morning at 10 a.m., we do a live trade. Most evenings at 10 p.m., we do a live trade. And then also at 6 p.m., we do a live trade. And then there's also other paid sessions that you can trade with a trader who's experienced, knows what they're doing, and who can help you get better. And then it also is about, it's not just a kind of a one-time teaching and you're done. We are constantly training. Every Wednesday evening, we've got an advanced members meeting. Every Saturday morning, we have a back to the basics where we're continuing to review the various trade strategies, take your questions, and give you the direction and correction that you need to trade well. I like to trade off of a checklist that helps keep me focused. Every day, good habit, restart your green chart, clears out the memory so it operates a little faster and also picks up any review or any updates that they've done. A good habit at the end of every day is to take a look at the trades, specifically the ones that didn't go the way you wanted. Last night on our live trade, we took 2 trades. One was using the 1 hour chart, using the 10-point trade on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. It took a while for it to close. We had the up move, the classic up move that we were looking for on the 1 hour chart, and it was confirmed with the 2 and the 4 hour. And as I explained, the reason I like the 2 and the 4 hour to confirm it is that if for some reason the 1 hour signal weakens or changes, we'll still pick the trade up off of the 2 or the 4 hour. That's exactly what happened last night. So here's what we were looking at. Here's where we got in. Here's the resistance line here. After we took the trade, you can see the candles went down. I was expecting this to close in 4 hours. In 4 hours, we were way out of the money. But then eventually it turned. It came back and went right up to our resistance line. Took us out, went past it, which is okay. I never, I'm worried about getting what I wanted out of the trade. We did that, and now it's pulled back. But here you can see the importance of trading within these resistance lines, and how the currency prices seem to respect these lines and trade with them in them. And we want to use those lines because we're interested in getting in and out quickly. So last night's trade on that went well, and then also on the overnight trade on the Euro USD that also closed. Around, I think it was around 2 or 3 in the morning that closed. We are technical traders. We're trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at being able to identify the direction of a move. And if we can identify the direction of the move, we can make money on it. However, news does impact currency prices. So we need to also know what news is coming up, so that we can trade around it. And we get that at forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact. We generally ignore that. Orange, which is medium impact. I tend to ignore that. But these red guys here are high impact. Those are the ones I want to trade around. And this morning at 8:30 on the US dollar, there's a durable goods report. So we will not trade the USD this morning. I like to not trade it within 2 hours of the news announcement, because I found that on things where there's a kind of a published number, this published number is already figured out, and it starts to release, people who have access or know the people who are generating this number are able to get it beforehand, and they start trading on it. So sometimes before the indicators pick up the change, we don't want to be holding a buy position when the news is such that it's going to spike in the sell direction. So this morning we're not going to trade the USD. Tonight there's some news on the NZD. Any trade that we take right now will be closed well before this, so we don't have to worry about it. So with that, let's jump in and see what we've got. The chart I am going to trade off of is the Light 6 Major. Light 6 Major is a composite chart. It's showing me 6 different currency pairs, all US based. There's one more thing I want to go over here before we get to this. The trade I am going to do, we've got a dozen different signals. And as we train you, based on your availability of the trade and your risk preferences, we're going to customize a trade plan that suits how you like to trade and your availability to trade. This one, the 10-point trade plan, suits me. This is a trade where basically on the three sections of the chart, we're trying to get all of the lines to line up. And when they all line up, that's a high probability trade. And if I can get that direction correct, I can make some money off of knowing the direction. On this trade, I am not interested in the entry point. I am interested in the direction. So if I can get the direction, I'm going to jump in. I don't mind giving up a pip or two on getting the timing specifically right. I take it off of a 1 hour chart, but you can take it off of, a 30-minute chart, a 2 hour chart, a 4 hour chart. And you will see that I do look at those charts, even though I'm trading off of the 1 hour chart when I decide if I want to take the trade. I like to be 30 minutes into the chart. And typically on a 1 hour chart, we're looking for anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. Last night, it was 7 pips. Generally, my sweet spot is 11 pips. If I can do that 3 times a day, I'm doing pretty well. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Yesterday, it was only a couple trades. So we only get, 20 some odd pips. But there's other days where I'll get 100 pips. So the key is having the patience to wait till you see you're set up to take the trade. The thing I want to avoid is losing money. So I'd rather not take a trade and not lose money and be more sure that the trade is going to do what I think it's going to do. And typically on these trades, I'm looking to get in within 1 to 3 hours. So with that, let's jump in. On this chart, the light 6 major, it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. These are all US-based pairs. And I start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line or horizontal blue line is the overbought line. I am looking for situations where the major and minor lines are above the overbought line coming down, or below this line, the horizontal red line, which is the oversold line, and going up. So here, everybody's going down. So that's a point. They were overbought. That's a point. And the red line is on top and the black line is on top. That's a point. So those are 3 points. Now here, we are the green line is more than halfway through the channel. I generally don't take trades when the green line is more than halfway through the channel. Can I scoop 11 pips off of a setup like this? Yes, I can, but it's just not part of my trade plan. I want to catch it up here and ride it through. So you can see, had you caught this even 2 hours ago, you've got the down, you get the slight down, but it changed 2 hours ago where everybody was going down. This is worth, it looks like it's going to have been worth, 8 pips in 2 hours. By the time this gets through, I would have been able to carve out my 11 pips. So this is too far for me. So if I don't see what I like here, I don't need to look at the rest of the chart. Euro USD, we're in the middle of the chart and it's turned. Everybody's going up. I've got the double cross, greens on top, grays on top. So 3 points here. What I don't like, I will sometimes trade a turn like this when it's in the channel where it hasn't reached oversold. I generally like the slope of the green line to be a little steeper. When I jump up to my TNTs, thin orange line, now these 4 different lines are measuring different things at a different speed. Thin orange is going up, telling me buy. Dotted blue is coming down. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue's coming down, that's telling me buy. I only have 2 of the lines telling me buy. I want at least 3 of these lines telling me buy. I do have up pressure on my pressure down here. So that's unusual. Usually the pressure I won't see that without this, but so we've got up pressure up, but we're not going to trade this because we get that news item coming up. We're going to stay away because of the news item. The other thing that kind of concerns me is that here the USD is the second pair. Here the USD is the second pair, and on the Australian dollar, it's going down. On the euro, it's going up. I would expect both of these to be going in the same direction. So when these two are like telling me different things, that's kind of a red flag. Pound USD. Again, we've been hovering in the middle. I don't like when the green line, the majors just kind of hover as they are here. Up, double cross. So we get 3 points. But again, only two here and up pressure here. So we're missing this element of it. The slope on the orange line here isn't that great. Actually, as we've been talking, we do have all three here. The thick orange has gone up before it was down. So we have 3 here. So we have all 7 points here, but we're not going to trade it because we've got that news event. USD Canadian dollar. I don't have agreement between the majors and minors. The minors are sideways. I want all of the lines going up. When I have, the more elements I have, the higher the chance the trade's going to do what I expect it to do. So I want everybody going up. Dollar, Swiss franc, majors going up, minors down, so we don't have agreement. US yen, oversold, everybody's going up, double cross, so 3 points here. I don't mind that the minors have run through the channel. I care about where the position, the green line is. And here it is less than halfway. So this is okay for me. I like the slope on the green line is greater than 45 degrees. The green line is going, there's a kink in the green line here where we're going from less steep to more steep. I like that. So 3 points here, 2 orange lines going up. That's telling me buy. 2 blue lines going down. That's telling me buy. So all 4 are telling me buy. I have down pressure, which I don't get any points for, but the green line is on top, so that's a plus. So I've got 1 point here, 3 points here, 4 points here, so 8 points. But again, today we're going to pass because we've got that news item coming up. Again, there's here the USD is the first pair. I would expect these lines to be opposite what I'm seeing over here on the Euro USD, where it's a second pair. So there's kind of some weird things going on here that because of those weirdness, I'm just going to stay away from it this morning. So I've cloned this chart, and we have some non-USD pairs. So let's see what we can find on the non-USD pairs. Euro pound, oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross, so 3 points here. What I don't like is that we're more than half. The green line is more than halfway, and I don't like that the green line is kinked, going from more steep to less steep. I want it the other way. I want it less steep to more steep. So I'm going to pass. Now it's almost going straight. We might come back to this euro pound. I want to see if we can find a better setup. But Australian dollar, yen, oversold, going down. Euro Canadian dollar, oversold, everybody's going up, double cross, so 3 points there. Good steepness on the green line. It's just a hair over the halfway line. And the line has gone from less steep to more steep, so that's a plus. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. So those 3 are telling me buy. Got sideways pressure here. Sideways pressure. What makes it sideways is the green line is going up, but the red line is going down. So sideways with the green line on top. So that's technically, well, I guess that is a point. The green line's on top. That's a point. So we've got 7 points here. Again, I'm going to hold off a second because I want to see if we find something better. Since we're just a little bit over here on the green line, I want to see if we can find something that entirely hits what I want. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, overbought. Everybody's going down, double cross. This is an okay signal. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue coming up. And weak up pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the lines and that there's a gap in the lines. The closer these lines are, the stronger the signal. Red is on top, so this is a point. I am not going to take a trade on the New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar now because it is evening time in both of these markets. Since this is a 1-hour chart, I want it to be daytime in one of these 2 markets. And since it isn't, I'm just going to pass. Pound yen. Oversold. Everybody's going up, double cross. So 3 points here. Green line is less than halfway. Good steepness on the green line. So 3 points here. 4 points here. 2 orange lines going up, the thick and the thin. Dotted blue and thick blue are coming down. So all 4. Down pressure with green on top. So the pound yen. All right, so we've got 7 points here. So let us do our confirmation. Let's do our confirmation off of this. So the confirmation, I am going to see what's going on with the 2 and the 4 hour. So here's what we were just looking at. I want both the 2 and the 4 hour to be oversold. And it is. The 2 hours oversold and going up. It doesn't have to be going up. I just want it oversold. This by itself is an okay buy signal. And on the 4 hour, oversold, and the majors are going sideways. I want both of these to be oversold because if for some reason, like we saw last night, if this weakens, we'll still pick the trade up off of the 2 and the 4 hour. All right, so we've got the confirmation. Let's take a look at, we need to figure out how much this trade is worth. And we're going to figure out how much this trade is worth. We need to add a few more support and resistance lines here. Let's take a look. Support and resistance, remember, are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. They're stopping in here. Come on. Sorry, my mouse is not quite as precise as I'd like. I want to get on the top of there. So right in here, let's add another one. On the Euro USD, these tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. Let us, let's pull this so we can see it a little bit better. right, what I don't like right now. One, I want to know what the trend is. So here we were uptrend. Here we're kind of, you could maybe argue that the uptrend is all the way through here and it's starting to break or sideways. But what I'm interested in is by looking at where these lines are, I want to trade within one of these channels. Because you see how it's bouncing on these lines? See how it's bouncing on these lines? The current green candle is bouncing on this line right here. I don't want to take a buy trade when we're on this side of the green line, this side of the resistance line. I want us to be somewhere in the middle of the channel. So because we're bouncing on this line, I am going to pass. I'm going to pass. Let's see what else we can find. Euro Australian dollar, we're more than halfway. So let's go to the next group. Canadian dollar, yen, oversold. Everybody's going up, double cross. But what I don't like, so there's 3 points here, but I don't like that we have the kink in the line and we're going from more steep to less steep. This tells me the move is running out of gas. You can see we get a little doji here. I'm going to pass. Euro, New Zealand dollar, overbought going up. Pound, New Zealand dollar, we've got disagreement between the majors and the minors. New Zealand dollar, yen, oversold. Everybody's going up. I do have the double cross. I'm not crazy about the steepness on the slope of the green line. Plus, it's evening time in both New Zealand and Japan. So we're going to pass on that. New Zealand dollar, USD. We don't have agreement between the majors and the minors. Euro, Swiss franc. We're reaching overbought. Everybody's going up. I'm going a little faster now because I want to see if we can get a trade in this hour. Australian dollar, Canadian. We've got disagreement. Swiss franc, yen, everybody's going up, double cross, but we get the kink in the line, going from less steep to more steep to less steep, plus this slope on the green line is less than 45 degrees, so I'm going to pass. Euro, yen. All right, I like this. Oversold, everybody's going up, double cross, green line is less than halfway. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines going down. So all 4 telling me buy. Down pressure. Green line is on top and they're separating. So Euro, JPY. Let's confirm it. So we're going to confirm it by looking at the 2 and the 4 hour. Euro, JPY. I want both of the 2 and the 4 hour to be oversold. So this looks very much like what we just saw before. Actually, both of these are good. Oversold going up, oversold going up. So we have that. So now we want to take a look at what's the trade worth. To figure out what the trade is worth, we're going to go to Euro, JPY. And we're going to drop some support and resistance in. So here we're trading into an uptrend. So it seems to stop here, stopping here, a little bit here. Stopping here. So let's make it so we can see this a little better. Bring it down. So here we're kind of in the middle of a channel. Unless you were to define, let me just do one more thing here. Unless you were to define this as a channel. I I don't think so. Not enough points. I'm going to just leave this up here. So we're at 163.05 to 163.36. So that's about 35 pips. I want to know how much room we have to our next spot. We've got 15 pips up and 20 pips down. We're going to go ahead and take a, let's just take a look one more time. What's the signal doing? We've gone into the next hour. Did I not save this? What happened? Euro JPY. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a trade on this. So you can take it in your simulator. So Euro JPY, I'm going to go to, I don't have that chart open here. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart. It's going to probably be down in this third group, Euro JPY. I'm going to change it to 1 hour. And I'm going to click New Order. I've got, in this account, I have 11,000. This is a demo account, 11,531. I'm going to move my decimal place over 4 spots. So I'm going to take a lot size of 1.15. And it's going to be a market buy. And now that it's recorded, I am going to right click, go to modify, and I'm going to take 12 pips. We had 15 pips. I'm going to go a little bit less. So 12 pips. I add an extra 0 to the points. I click the little blue button. It does the math for me. If I did 12 pips, I'm going to use a 3 to 1 on this. So 36 pip stop loss. I add an extra 0 to convert pips to points. Click the red button. It does the math. And then I'm going to drop this in. And I see my 2 lines, and I'm happy with where they're at. So we took a buy on the Euro JPY with a take profit of 163.304, 163.304, stop loss of 162.827, 162.827, and I am going to expect this to close in the next 3 hours. Next 3 hours. All right, gang. I am honored that you join me on these sessions. We will see you again this afternoon at 4:15 when I send out the overnight trade setup. If you want to learn how to trade, we can help you. If you want to learn how to do anything, the best way is to find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. And that's exactly what we do. And it's even better if they've got some sort of guarantee, which we do. And our guarantee is we let you trade our money because that's how confident we are that you will do well. All right, gang. Thank you. We will see you this afternoon.